Okay guys, so I already have a video about this, but since I have a lot of negative or thumbs down for that video before, which I probably didn't go in real details how to break it in, but I don't know why, because people, they just don't tell me why. They just give me thumbs down. I would like to know why, but anyway. So I decided to make another one, just to help you out. Okay? So, there we go! Oh guys, so you finally cave in and you bought yourself a beautiful brand new Honda generator, and you still have your tags attached, and you feel like you just want to put it in a box and save it because it was so pricey, right? I know how it feels, but at least I can give you a good tip how to properly start it and how to preserve it if you're not going to use it. Okay, so let's get to it. And by the way, cheers to a brand new Honda generator. So I got a little close up here. Number one, it's not gonna come with the oil. So get yourself either a Phillips or a flathead screwdriver. Unscrew this side panel here and put it somewhere safe so you don't scratch it right away. And then the oil is right here. It's empty. This is not a brand new generator. It has about 1 hour on it, so I'm not going to open it. There is oil in it already. But what you want to do, you can get, sometimes they will come with the oil in the box already, which I believe is a straight Tory W oil. Or if it doesn't come with the oil, just get yourself either straight Tory W oil or 10 Tory W oil. Okay, what you're gonna do, you will unscrew this, tip the generator back a little bit, and just pour from the bottle. This is pretty big opening, kind of 2200. On the 2000 you might want to get a little funnel maybe, but you can just tilt it like that and pull about roughly half, or maybe a little bit less than half of the quart of the oil, and then slowly put it back on a horizontal surface, and you will see how the oil will come up, or it will not even come up. So if it doesn't come up all the way to the edge, then you tilt it back and put a little more, and then you put it back until you're gonna get the oil exactly at the edge of the opening. That's the right amount of the oil. Then you would just screw this in, make it a decent tight, not over tight. Okay, it's a plastic, so decent tight. Then you're gonna close this. Then you're gonna close this side panel. And now, right away, do yourself a favor. Get this type of fuel. Okay? True fuel, 4-cycle engineered fuel. Just a plain true fuel. Okay, not the red one, not the other one, just this type. You can get a this can, which is about $5 or $6 at Home Depot. You can get the 1 gallon can, which is about roughly $20. Okay? So if you're not planning using the generator right away, but you just want to start it up, make sure it runs and everything, get this type of fuel. It's more expensive, but it's worth it. Well, okay, you're going to open the gas tank. You can pour the whole thing, or half of it, at least half of this container, in the gas tank. Shut it off. Open this on top, which will say off and on. And now you're gonna turn on the switch right here at the bottom, all the way up, and turn the choke on. Now, what's gonna happen when you start it the first time? You're gonna have to pull probably about 10 times before it starts. And I'll try to simulate that because I actually drained the carburetor of the gas, so it's completely empty, but there is some fumes, so it might start for me even on the first pull, but I don't know that yet, so we'll see. But for you, since it's a brand new generator and you're gonna pour the gasoline in the gas tank, it will not go into the carburetor. This generator has a fuel pump, okay? So you have to get the gas through the fuel pump that pumps the fuel into the carburetor, and that will take roughly about 10 pulls before it starts. So like I said, I might not have to do 10 pulls, but we'll see. Okay, choke on, this is on, and let's try it. There we go. Okay, so it took me about 4 or 5 pulls, but when it's completely empty, brand new, it's going to take you a little more than that. But I would say roughly about 10 pulls and you should be good, so don't get disappointed when this doesn't start on the first pull. Now, when it was running for whatever, minute or so, if you turn it on and engage the choke, it will start on the first pull. Okay? Now let's go into the brake in the generator. You're gonna start it the very first time, let it run for about an hour. And I would let it run on the low speed, which is the eco mode, economic mode. And I would let it run for about an hour and then change the oil, because there's going to be a first time runner. There's going to be a lot of small shavings or metal shavings coming off the engine. What a lot of people do, a big mistake, they will just put the oil in, put the gas in, start it up, and right away put a big load on it. Okay? You have to treat this like a little baby first. If the new baby is born, you're not going to put a big load on the little baby because it's going to kill it, right? But when the baby grows up, become a big boy, then you can put a lot of load on him and he will be able to carry it. So you're going to prepare him for that. And how you prepare him for that is that you're going to let it run for an hour without any load and on eco mode. It really doesn't matter. I would do it on the eco mode. And after 1 hour, drain the oil completely. And again, as soon as you shut the engine, right away drain the oil as soon as possible, because that oil is still mixed with all the shavings, and you don't want the shavings to settle down at the bottom of the engine, and then you're just going to drain the oil if you wait a minute or two. As soon as you shut it, have this open already, drain the oil out. This way everything will come out, all the shavings and all the junk. And you will see after 1 hour that oil will be dirty. Okay? After that, I would put a brand new oil in it. At this time I would do 10-30 instead of straight 30. And if you want, you can have it run again on a small load, maybe light bulb or fan, something like that, maybe 100 watts to 300 watts, and maybe have it run off and on if you want for an hour or maybe a couple hours, and then I would change the oil again. But you can, at this point, I would say you could put some load on it, but not overly heavy load. I would still break it in for about another hour or maybe 2 more hours. So make it like about 3 hours total. and then after 2 hours again I would change the oil, and then the generator would be ready for you know, for whatever you want to use it for, or you know, for whatever it should be used for. And that's pretty much about the breaking in the Honda or any small engine. If you're gonna get a new engine, you know, that's how you break it in. And then if you run the generator like a power backup or something like that, you're just gonna put a regular gas in it and run it, because if you're gonna run it on a true fuel, it's gonna become really expensive. But if you're not gonna use it as a power backup, if you just bought it and you just want to have it just in case you need it, just keep the true fuel in it. It's a 2-year warranty on the true fuel. Okay, a regular gasoline is about, I don't know, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months max. But the true fuel is a much better gasoline. Okay, let's go into the storage. If you're gonna have the true fuel in it, I would just run it out of the gas. Pretty much this is how you run it out of gas. You don't shut it completely and let it run out, and then you can just shut the switch, and you can just shut this off, shut the log here, make sure it's off, and it would be ready pretty much for storage. You can store it up to 2 years. I would not do that, because still it's better if the engine gets some exercise, maybe after 3 months or 6 months, and the electronics, because it's built to run, not built to sit somewhere on the shelf. So I would not really store it for a year or two. I would definitely take it out after at least 3 months and run it for about 5-10 minutes, and then you can put it away again. But if you do gonna use it for a backup and you're gonna put the regular gas in it, I would suggest after you're done with the backup emergency, I would run it out of the gas completely. Then put the true fuel in it and run it for another 5 or 10 minutes, so it will actually flush the system completely, your pump and the carburetor. And then you can just shut it off, shut off the gas, let it run out, and then shut off the generator completely, and it's ready for storage. That's all you have to do with this true fuel. That's a really, really good stuff. Trust me on that. I've done it on many generators. Okay, so cheers to that, and congratulations for your new Honda generator. I hope it serves you well, and it served me really well. I have about, well, this is maybe my 10th one, but right now I have about 4 of these in my house, and I was not disappointed so far in any of those. So good luck.